everybody, thanks for coming to watch the show. So, doing something a little bit different today, and I know what you're thinking. Wait a second, this guy always does the exact same format and topic, and just he really keeps things, very consistent as far as the things that he talks about and does. So this is probably a big surprise, but just bear with me because I wanted to do something different for a change on my channel. Which is, is not something new at all. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that's been on my mind for a few weeks, and especially now with The Mandalorian just coming out, and the last couple episodes of that have been really great in season 2, and it's got me thinking about what used to be considered a Mandalorian, but I guess it's not anymore, but Jango Fett, and why does nobody like him? I see a lot of people talk about Boba Fett, or at least, he's very visible as far as, his merchandise and his representation in like games and that sort of thing. And spoilers for Mandalorian season 2, but he does pop up in that season as well in the very first episode, at least his armor and possibly himself. And it just got me thinking, like, Boba, he is cool, I'll give him that. He looks cool and he sounds cool and whatever, but he never really does anything in the movie. Unless, you look at like the Legends, the expanded universe, I think the Bounty Hunter Wars, I think it was a trilogy of books, and I really enjoyed those. Those were probably like the highlight of the old expanded universe Boba Fett. But outside of that, he doesn't really do anything cool in the movie. So I'm just like, what about our friend Jango over here? Why does nobody talk about him? And it's just odd to me because he actually does some really cool stuff in Attack of the Clones. And Attack of the Clones is, generally regarded as like the worst Star Wars movie. And I will say that it does have some pretty bad parts in it, and the acting and all that. People have talked that movie to death as far as that goes. But as far as Jango goes in Attack of the Clones, he's really good. I feel like every scene that he's in, he does a really good job, and he's really cool and menacing, and he lives up to that like most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy vibe.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
But I just wanted to tell you guys a few things about why I like Jango Fett, and maybe get your wheels spinning as far as that goes, and think about like why nobody else talks about him. So the first thing that always comes to mind as far as just any of the Mandalorian characters in Star Wars is that they look really cool, and Jango is definitely not an exception to that rule. I think his outfit is awesome. it's maybe it's a little bit too clean for Star Wars, but that kind of goes back to the prequel kind of aesthetic. Everything was very, very produced and it looked really nice and clean and everything. That's just, a sign of the times they were made in, I guess, or George Lucas's vision. But either way, I think his outfit's awesome. And again, you get to see him actually do some pretty cool things with like his gadgets. You see him do the flamethrower, and you get to see him do the whipcord when he's fighting Obi-Wan. And, again, he has those really cool twin blasters that he's always shooting people with reckless abandon, and, dropping Jedis left and right in that final arena battle that he's in, except for that one Jedi that he doesn't do very well against. But, all that being said, Jango's outfit is really cool. That's always been, like, the thing that stands out to me the most about Jango and Boba, and like just the Mandalorian himself in the show. They all look really cool, and I think that's kind of why they've stuck around in Star Wars as much as they have. Boba, again, never does anything really cool in the movies, but he's got all these merchandise and attention just because of the fact that his outfit looks awesome. Another thing that I've always really liked about Jango is the really, really awesome game that was based on him. You get to play as him in this game here, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, released on the GameCube and the PS2 in like 2002. maybe 2003 or so. And I played the hell out of that game back in the day on the PlayStation. You know, I still obviously have my copy here, and I have hooked it up on the PlayStation 2 a few times. And you know, I still have my digital. I have a digital copy of it on the PS4 as well, and I played that like a few days ago even. And you know, if I look at it without, you know, nostalgia clouding my mind, thinking about all the good times I had playing it, it is a pretty basic third-person shooter. There's nothing really super special about it. But if I think about it through the lens of nostalgia and all this, you know, love that I had for the game, it's amazing. It's one of the best Star Wars games I've ever played, if not one of the best games just in general. Because, you know, you literally get to step into the shoes of Jango. You get to use all of his amazing gadgets. You can use, you know, his blasters, his flamethrower, whipcord, you know, the jetpack, obviously, and he just he's very uncharacteristically acrobatic. He can jump like 20 feet in the air almost. It's pretty amazing. But it has a really cool story too. It ties into Attack of the Clones. It kind of gives backstory on how he gets chosen to be like the model that the clones are based on for the Camino program, and it's got a really cool villain and just very interesting backstory. I mean, all the Star Wars games from that era, I think, are probably some of the best Star Wars experiences that I've ever had. You know, you think about like, you know, Bounty Hunter and Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, and Outcast and Academy, and all those amazing games. And the Bounty Hunter is just another one on the list of just great games from that time. But even if you didn't play that game back in the day, you know, there's still a lot of things to love about him just from seeing him in the movies. And again, going back to Attack of the Clones, you know, that is a bad movie, I guess you could say, but I like it. You know, I have nostalgia for that movie, and so I enjoy it, and despite its flaws. But there's been plenty of times, you know, when back in the day, I would pop in the VHS, and then I'd put the DVD in, or the Blu-ray in more modern times, and I would just skip to this platform fight scene between Obi-Wan and Jango, and that's just one of the best action scenes in any Star Wars movie, I think. You know, I'll definitely die on that hill if anybody wants to dispute that with me, but I just think it's really awesome. You get to see both of them kind of employing all of their different skills in that scene, and it's really cool. And you know, again, I haven't even mentioned the really awesome sound that Jango's ship makes. Even if you don't like Attack of the Clones as a whole, if you just kind of pick out Jango's scenes, you could probably go on YouTube and, you know, just search, you know, Jango Fett Attack of the Clones scenes, and you just watch like that 5 or 10 minute clip or whatever, and I feel like, you know, there's some amazing stuff in there. So, you know, I've basically said a couple of things, nothing really major. I mean, if you don't like this character, you know, based on the things that I've said, there's really nothing else to like about him, because he doesn't get like any attention in the expanded universe as of now anyway. You know, he did get some, you know, he got the game and he got some comics back in the day, but you know, he's never in any of the games. He's never referenced in like the shows or any kind of stuff like that, and there's no real talk about him in a whole lot of stuff. I believe he did make an appearance in a one-off comic or part of a series where he was just showed him and a young Boba, but there's really nothing much these days about Jango, and I really don't get it, because I said this several times just in this video, but he does cool things and Boba doesn't, yet Boba gets all this attention, so I don't get it. But you know, that's just what I wanted to say. I feel better just getting this off my chest. It's really been bothering me. And if you've been watching The Mandalorian, let me know what you think about that down in the comments. Let me know what you think about Jango, and let me know about something that you think that you like and nobody else really seems to care about. Because you know, I'm here to pay respects to the things that you care about, as I hope that you're doing for me by watching this video. So with that being said, I appreciate you coming to watch this, and next time I'm probably going to do a video on something I actually don't like. That's what I'm thinking about doing with this this kind of series of videos. Just kind of sit and talk about something I like in one video, and then the next one talk about something I dislike, because despite my upbeat and cheery attitude, there's a lot of negativity brewing under the surface here, so I can't wait to kind of get that out. But again, thanks for coming to watch the video, and we'll see you in the next one.